I want to start, but it chokes me every time. This is a hard one to do, everyone. So my friend called me last week and she made a comment. If I had chronic illness, if I was sick and tortured every day, I'd want to die. Well, the truth is, sometimes I do want to die. Sometimes the pain is that bad. Sometimes I wish I was dead. I don't think she understood the truth and the weight behind those words. I've been holding off making this video, giving you a glimpse behind the curtain on what I really go through. Because the truth is, not many people know. You'd have to be on my inner circle to even have an idea of what I go through every day. I don't know if I've been putting this off because I've been scared that you all may look at me different, that I'll be judged, pitied. But I can't hold back any longer. I can't keep this to myself. It's not healthy. But the other day, I was on Instagram and a gentleman who also suffers from one of my conditions expressed the same feelings. He said, a year ago, I wanted to die. My relationships fell apart. My family abandoned me. What else do you have when that happens? What do you have when your family and your friends don't understand? When your doctors can't find a solution to make your day bearable? What do you have when your own body betrays you every day? Most people don't have anything after that. Most people get suicidal thoughts. I've had suicidal thoughts. And when he communicated that that's also how he felt, I felt like that was God telling me, oh, this is time. This is time you share. And you tell everyone the reason why. The reason you haven't given up. So as you can probably see, I have a heart monitor on. My hand recently had surgery. I've got hives on my face. Hopefully I did my makeup well enough that you can't tell, but they're everywhere. Hives all over my face. What better day than today, right? To start this. Today is also my 4-year anniversary of being off my antidepressants. I am clinically depressed, but my medication wasn't helping. It numbed me. It didn't help. I know it does for some people, and for a period of my life I thought it did too, but mine didn't help. But hey, 4 years off my antidepressants, hallelujah. Don't have to take those. They were a very, very strong, very strong antidepressant and anti-anxiety and pain medication. I was on them for over 15 years. So let's try to sum it up. What is wrong with me? IBS, also known as irritable bowel syndrome, which apparently is actually a disease. It causes you a lot of chronic stomach pain. There's different variations for everyone. Unfortunately, not everyone gets this glorious gift. What else do you have wrong with you, Jody? Let me tell you. The second thing that popped up, I have something called ocular migraines. Before I get a migraine, I go blind. The blindness can last anywhere from 20 minutes to a couple hours, and when it usually subsides, that is when the pain kicks in. These migraines can last anywhere from a couple hours to most recently 2 weeks. What else is wrong with me? I have tachycardia, irregular and sometimes speeding heart rate. It is somewhat a side effect of one of my other conditions. Every few months, I get to adore these bad boys, and I'm so allergic to the pads. My skin is burning. So I'm also lucky enough to grow cysts and masses around my body. Sometimes they're on my ovaries and they burst. I also developed them in my bones. Yay. I recently had a mass removed from my hand for the second time. The first one was actually burrowing in my bone and I needed a big bone graft and everything. This one was growing between bones, like right there. So I couldn't do this. I couldn't put weight on it. I couldn't do anything for years. I mean, I still can't now, but it'll heal, hopefully. Something else. I have 2 torn spinal discs. The doctors told me to patiently wait in my bed for the deterioration of the discs and wait for spinal fusion. God led me to chirotherapy, actually, and after 9 months of intense treatment, I was walking again. I was being able to sit. I still can't stand for long periods of time. I'm very easily to throw my back out. I still have to be careful. I can't do a lot of things that I grew up enjoying anymore without the risk of really hurting myself. Fibromyalgia. That consists of things like restless leg syndrome, chronic widespread pain, unexplainable, electric shocks, brain fog where I can't for the life of me know, I lose train of thought just in the middle of a sentence and it's like it's gone. The thought is gone. This makes it very difficult to do things like record videos. There are so many other symptoms that come along with fibromyalgia. There's hundreds, and some of them I get all at once. Infertility. Let's talk about that. My husband and I have been married for over 5 years now, and we've been trying since we got married. My gynecologist told me that it would be very hard for us to have kids. With my blood type, my health conditions, my treatments for my health conditions, that would be very hard. I know God can do anything. I haven't given up faith, but it's hard. I also have asthma. Unfortunately, that is something that has to go untreated, which is another reason why I'm not into sports and heavily exercising or anything like that, because I'm actually allergic to my asthma medication. All asthma medication, for that fact. Oh, speaking of allergies. Right before Christmas, I had my allergy testing done, finally, which I've been trying to get done for years. And it turned out I actually do have a bunch of allergies, even more than we thought. So I'm allergic to bacitracin, which is found in a lot of like ointments and stuff like that. Number 2, I'm allergic to ethyl acrylate. It is found in so many different things, including acrylic nails. That's right, I'm allergic to acrylic nails. I am also allergic to lanolin. Lanolin is the oil that's excreted through a sheep's skin onto his wool. It is used in the processing of paper, inks, all sorts of things like makeup. So I'm severely allergic to that one. I'm also allergic to nickel sulfate, which is basically the nickel compound of all metals. It is pretty much mixed into every kind of metal. The surgical steel and stainless steel, I can get away with wearing. They don't leach it into my body and create hives, but it still does contain it, and I probably should replace them all for plastic. You know how we did that MRE video and said, oh, get all these cans. Yeah, fun fact, we found out right after that I can't eat any of them. This is one I don't even know how to pronounce. Methylchloroisothiazolone. Sure, I'm going to put it at the bottom so you can read it. It's used in things like shampoos and soaps and fun stuff like that. That is why we had to replace my makeup. That is why I struggle to get in front of the camera, because my face or my lip or my body is covered in hives, and they're these giant painful welts. The reactions can either be immediate or they can develop up to a month later. That means I can touch something now, and then in a month from now, I'm gonna develop the hives from it. That's really frustrating. When I eat things I'm allergic to, I'm in so much pain. And there's nothing I can take to make it feel better.
I have an AVM. Let's just cut the proper name. I can't even pronounce it. I have a peripheral ultravenous malformation. AVM is probably the rarest of all my conditions. Each one of them in their own sense is rare, but it's one of the scarier ones. Less than 1% of the world has ever been recorded with it. Even more rare is finding it in somewhere like a foot. The average AVM is actually located in the brain. And mine's in my left foot. It's something you're born with. I've had now 13 surgeries of sclerotherapy and radiotherapy. When my AVM swells because it steals the blood from my heart and it's causing me a lot of pain, I can't walk. It affects my heart. And it also puts me at high risk for a blood clot. It could rupture. If someone steps on my foot or I could injure my foot, I could bleed out very quickly. It's stealing the blood from my heart could give me a heart attack. People, even my age, are dying from heart failure. Until you've experienced even an ounce of this pain, you can't fathom what it's like. But I had a phone call with a family member once. They called and they said, "Hi, Jody, how are you?" And my mistake was thinking they meant it when they asked, "How are you?" So I gave them an honest answer. I said, "I'm not well. This and this is going wrong. This hurts." And their response was anger. They were upset. And I was scolded and I was told that people don't actually care when they call and they ask how you are, because when you tell them the truth, when the truth is ugly, you depress people. How dare you bring other people down with you? Nobody wants to call to hear bad news. The next time someone asks you how you are, even if you're not okay, tell them you're fine. So I did. And it's been years. So if you ask me, "Hey Jody, how are you?" If I say fine, understand that people with chronic illness like me, fine, doesn't mean fine. Fine means tolerable. Fine means I don't want to burden you with what's really going on. People like me, who have so many things wrong with them, we usually fall through the cracks. Our friends abandon us. Our family, they're tired of hearing about it. They don't care anymore. What else is new, right? What else is new? And honestly, I try to laugh it off because my life's a joke. But it's a good thing God gave me a sense of humor. If I couldn't come to my Heavenly Father to get me through all of this, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't want to be here anymore. Chronic health affects every aspect of your life. You get to wake up every day and say, "Is today gonna be that day? Do I get to feel normal today? Do I get to leave the house, have fun, see people? Or do I get to spend the day on the couch crying with my hot water bottle, with my medication? Or is this a day I can't even get out of bed? I'm so paralyzed with pain that I can't move." I hear all the time, "I would have never guessed you were sick. But you don't look sick." And really? Sometimes I take that as a good thing. It means I hide it well. Not only do I hide it well, but I choose joy. I don't... It's easier some days than other. But I choose not to give up. I choose to fight every day. You know, they say the book of Philippians is known as the happiest, most beautiful book of the Bible. What not everybody knows is that it was written by the Apostle Paul when he was in jail. How could someone in a jail cell write something so beautiful? Do you ever think about that? Where his joy came from? Because I found it. I found where that joy comes from. It's God. He fulfills me. He gives me the reason every day. Yeah, my life in some ways sucks. But in some ways, it's so beautiful. I'm sick or in pain every day. It's really rare, kind of like a unicorn, when I get a day or a week where I have no symptoms of anything, where I feel normal. But most days I don't. Most days I feel weak. I feel like failure. And just because I cry, and just because I'm in pain, I know God still loves me. I now live in a beautiful home with a beautiful husband who loves me, who takes care of me. Does he always get it right? No. Will he ever fully understand? No. He probably has the closest idea. I hope he never knows what this feels like. But God's grace was giving me a patient and a loving husband who takes care of me, who tries really hard to make me laugh. He tries really hard to make me laugh. Every day he makes an effort. And every day when I'm in pain, sometimes it's enough to look over and see this beautiful man of God who, does stuff like my makeup when I need him to. He doesn't shy away from the hard things. He's the husband who takes me to my operations when he can, who patiently waits and gets those scary phone calls saying things like she coded, or she was awake throughout the whole surgery screaming, and I'm sorry. He gets those scary calls. He gets to sit around patiently waiting. I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't worry for me. It's hard to constantly feel bad for someone, right? I've lost friends because of my health, because when they call, they only call so that I can encourage them, so I can make them feel better about what they're going through. They don't take the time to understand me. Most of my friends, and it's okay, most of my friends, they call when they need something. I don't steal the conversation and tell them that I couldn't walk today, or I couldn't breathe for half an hour because I felt like my insides were ripping apart. I don't call and tell my friends that stuff. And because I don't communicate these things, and I'm only there for them, it's easy for them to forget what I'm going through. Some genuinely don't care. But I've had friends who, you don't show up to enough of their get-togethers and they unfriend you. They don't want to be friends anymore. They don't understand that as an adult trying to take care of a family or work a job while your body's also trying to kill you. And most of my good days, I try to do something. I try to get out of the house and see friends, and that's usually when you guys see me, around my good days. The heart of my message to all of you is that I choose joy. I choose Jesus. He gets me through all of this, and there's a reason. A lifetime of chronic illness and 16 surgeries later, I finally got a get well card. Finally, someone cared enough to say they were thinking about me. I finally found a friend who I don't need to be embarrassed to tell her how I feel. She gets it. She gets it. And she's more than a friend now, she's family. Through all of this, if this is my cross to bear, that's my cross to bear. I will pick it up and I will laugh and I will make jokes along the way and I will make the best of it. Because like my cousin said, I make good lemonade. My life may be a lemon, but I will make lemonade. I will make lemon pie. I will make the best of it. And to my other chronic illness people, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know what you're going through. You're not alone. And I will always be here if you need someone to talk to. Because we all need someone to talk to. I'm finally ready to talk, and that's what I'm doing. I'm opening up and I'm saying I'm not okay. I'm Jody. I'm chronically sick. I have anxiety, clinical depression, PTSD, an AVM, asthma, tachycardia, allergies to everything, it feels like, IBS, ocular migraines, and infertility. That's me. So please, treat people like me with kindness. Check in on us. Because when we ghost you, or we aren't responsive, we're probably not okay. So, check your heart. Make sure to truly love from it and stay salty and earn those crowns.